chatting about there are things you can do at home, so that people can do if they've got lymphedema. So what are some of those things?
Yeah, it's a great question. Look, I think we've talked about self-massage, and I think that's a really nice way of also seeing what your swelling's doing and feeling your own tissues regularly, so you can see if there are any changes. But I always talk to my clients about the incidental exercise that we do at home. You know, we've got such good research now about the fact that doing 150 minutes a week of exercise is helpful not only to improve your swelling if you've got lymphedema already, but now we also realise that it can help prevent it, but really also to help prevent the onset of secondary cancer. So that very encouraging research. So things like if you have a little bit of tightness in your shoulder, I say to someone, you know, sometimes people want to cheat and lower their washing lines. Well, don't. Keep it at that level, but just see if you can get up a little bit higher every time. So last week you may have only been able to hang out a pair of socks. Next week you might be able to hang out 3 shirts. It's just a really good way of knowing that you're actually improving. So hanging out washing is a really good exercise for your shoulders. Often after breast surgery, for example, there's a bit of tightness in your pectoral muscle, and I would say to clients, well, every time you go through a doorway, stretch your arm through the doorway. So there's the little tips that therapists can show you on how to stretch tissues at home. Doing the dishes, if someone has swelling, then we know that standing still in one position is not good for leg swelling.
Okay, yes, and sometimes you feel that when you're standing on the ones.
Achy, don't they? And that happens to people that even don't have lymphedema. So it's all about moving, and that's what I mean about incidental exercise. It's, you know, doing the dishes. You can be doing calf raises, going up and down on your calf, on your toes, because your calf is a very big, powerful muscle activator, and it pumps the fluid. So anything you do moving is going to be better than just sitting. Even by the telly, get a little foam squeezy if you've got arm swelling and sit there for a few minutes and do some squeezes by the TV.
Fantastic. And isn't it interesting, like years ago it was all rest, rest, rest.
Absolutely.
And now it's move, move, move.
Definitely. We've got so much good research to support that. So.
Now you mentioned about you know, there are some resources available, so what are
these are just a selection, but the association that I'm involved with, the Australasian Lymphology Association, has put out this good DVD, and that will just tell you a little bit about what lymphedema is. It will reinforce some of the things that we've talked about with massage, exercise, tips on garments, things like that. So that's a really good encompassing package on all things. These two are really more centred around exercise. We've got some really good research now out specific to Tai Chi and yoga. So this one is specifically for people who are interested in yoga. And this one is more a Pilates-based program, and the Breast Cancer Network produced those. So a lot of clients will have been given that if they've been in hospital, but if not, then you can always contact the BCNA and ask for a copy.
Fantastic. And isn't it fantastic now that these resources are available? And so what we've noticed too is the more you know, the less you fear.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes, you know...
Yeah, that's right. I think we're still really working on that years ago when we thought that exercising was going to bring on swelling. And so people are very anxious that they're going to cause swelling. My suggestion to them is that it's the opposite, but to do it under the guidance of a lymphedema therapist or an exercise physiologist, someone who has knowledge about how to progress your exercises safely. But yes, it's such empowering knowledge to think that we can actually do something ourselves to prevent swelling, but also to prevent the onset of secondary cancer.
And that's a major thing. You know,
very much so.
As well as the comfort, as you said, from feeling more comfortable in the day. For those long-term benefits.
Absolutely. So it's all about trying to make yourself, you know, do things at home that can just incidentally improve your situation.
That's fantastic. Oh, thanks so much, Sharon.
That's